How good is China's Navy? How good is the Chinese Navy? Well, contrary to what many in the West think, China has a very capable Navy and a very capable arsenal of missiles that would pose a threat to American and Allied warships and aircraft carriers. To say that the Chinese Navy is more capable than America's Navy is a stretch, but China could inflict a lot of damage and would definitely sink more than a few American and Allied ships. Because of this, war must be avoided at all costs, as the cost of lives would be massive on both sides. The size of China's Navy is huge. They have 300,000 active personnel, 530 warships, and over 600 aircraft, and are adding more constantly. China's naval ships, aircraft and weapons are now much more modern and capable than they were at the start of the 1990s, and are now comparable in many respects to those of Western navies. This modernization effort encompasses not only surface ships, but submarines, anti-ship ballistic and cruise missiles, aircraft, drones and other supporting systems. Until recently, China's naval modernization effort appeared to be focused less on increasing total platform but more on quality. Some categories of ships, however, are now increasing in number. Beijing's battle force is augmented by a sizable coast guard and a network of fishing ships that provide a maritime militia. China relies primarily on its maritime militia and coast guard to assert and defend its maritime claims in its near seas region, with the Navy operating over the horizon as a potential backup force, CRS notes. China's fleet also employs a two-person ship command structure, one skipper and one Chinese Communist Party apparatchik, an arrangement that could stymie decisive leadership in combat. While some reports and analysts believe the U.S. Navy has better technology, personnel and maritime chops than the plan, others question just how superior America remains. Modern naval warfare is missiles, and China has a lot more platforms capable of shooting and a lot more missiles. China has invested heavily in missile technology that could counter U.S. ships. Last year, China reportedly test-fired one of its DF-21 missiles, sometimes called the Carrier Killer, in the South China Sea. This missile launch was a warning to the U.S. fleet operating in the contested waters near China. The goal for China's Navy is to have 6 carrier strike groups operating by 2035, allowing China to project levels of combat power unprecedented in its history wherever it chooses. Aircraft carriers do not operate alone and form the nucleus of a fleet that surrounds the carrier, protecting this mobile airbase while also contributing massive amounts of firepower that can devastate targets on the ocean or hundreds of kilometers inland. Their large complements of long-range land attack missiles, together with the carrier's air wing, provide state-of-the-art firepower, giving China a potent weapon at its disposal. An aircraft carrier strike group's prime role is to project power far beyond its national borders. This can be done using actual combat power, or force can be implied, the proximity of an air carrier strike group to a crisis zone acting as a diplomatic barometer. Either way, they have been effective tools of statecraft for decades. At this stage the U.S. Navy is still ahead of China's, but the U.S. is forced to be locked into an arms race in order to keep the advantage over China. As humankind, we are far from evolving, as countries are still competing to have an advantage over each other in the area of destroying each other. Please subscribe to my channel Crow Media and live your life with love and not hate.